Sunday, September 26, 2021. I'm Lights Camera Jackson, and welcome to LCJ Live. Happy ta-dum post-show. I figured it out. That's the Netflix noise. That's crazy. That is the Netflix noise. That's why they called it ta-dum. There you go. Thanks for being here on LCJ Live. I'm going to get your questions and your comments in shortly. Your number one movie in America, once again, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings with another $13.3 million. Dear Evan Hansen didn't do so well, just $7.5 million. I was thinking if it got to 10, Universal would be happy. In the Heights only opened to 11 in June. But yeah, 7.5. As when the Friday numbers came out, it was like, maybe it'll get to 8, maybe 8.5, 7.5 from Universal. Means it's not even going to have a strong day today. Wow. Yeah, disappointing. For a movie that I think is okay, it's got a decent first two-thirds. Ben Platt's pretty good. Amy Addams, Caitlin Deaver's great. But boy, does it fall apart in the third act. Wow. $7.5 million for Dear Evan Hansen. Free Guy, $4.1 million. It's at $114 million. Candyman, $2.5. It's closing in on $57. Going to become the second highest grossing Universal movie of 2021. Only behind F9, The Fast Saga. Cry Macho, $2.1 million. In its second weekend, it's at $8.3. Jungle Cruise, another $1.7 million. It's up to $115 million. People still in the 9th weekend going to see Jungle Cruise. Malignant with $1.5, it's at $12 million. Cop Shop, $1.3 million, only $4.5 after 10 days. Paw Patrol the movie, because families still need something to see until Addams Family comes out on Thursday. Paw Patrol added $1.1 million, closing in on $39. I'd like to see it get to $40 million total domestically. And a film called Love Story, not the classic movie Love Story, but a film called Love Story with about $1 million this weekend. That is your top 10. I was on here a few weeks ago, a month and a half ago, and I basically said, I think Shang-Chi is going to win the month of September every single weekend by default. Almost by default, because a lot of movies that were supposed to come out in September have moved to October and November. And I was correct! Dear Evan Hansen couldn't do it. Cry Macho couldn't do it. Malignant couldn't do it. Some of the other ones that have come out recently could not take down Shang-Chi. Number one, with $196.5 million total, and passing Black Widow to be the biggest movie of 2021 so far, closing in on $200 million. It'll get to $200. It'll probably get to $220, maybe $225, maybe even more. I don't know about $250, but at least $220, maybe $225. Yeah, Shang-Chi's doing really well. Disney has to be thrilled that an exclusive theatrical release is your biggest movie of 2021. And now we've got some big movies coming out this week. The Addams Family 2, which I have seen. I talked with director Conrad Vernon. That LCJ Q&A podcast episode is coming Wednesday, very appropriately Wednesday. And a clip of that conversation is up on my social media right now, where he talks about the Progressive commercial you might have seen everywhere. And he talks about how the Addams Family would fare at an iconic hotel. So that full Q&A is coming Wednesday. New LCJ Q&A tomorrow on AnimationScoop.com Q&A with the makers of The Ghost and Molly McGee, new Disney animated series premiering Friday night. That new episode comes at you tomorrow of the LCJ Q&A podcast. We're so close to our 200th episode. Also new out in theaters this week is Venom, Let There Be Carnage. That's opening up from Sony. It was supposed to open this past weekend. Probably would have won the weekend. Taking down Shang-Chi, but Sony got scared. They moved it to later in October, then they moved it back. So we've got Venom this week. Also, The Many Saints of Newark, the highly anticipated Sopranos prequel movie, which is coming out on Friday. I don't think Warner Brothers is doing Thursday night showings of it, and it's going to also be on HBO Max. So we'll see how all three of those big movies do. It should be a big start to the month of October for the box office. Obviously on the way, No Time to Die, Halloween Kills, Dune, Ron's Gone Wrong, Last Night in Soho, Antlers, some smaller movies, Hard Luck Love Song, Mass, another big movie, The Last Duel is coming out. So it's going to be a big October as long as all these films open, kicking off this week. Technically this Thursday, September the 30th at 4 p.m., that's when Venom and Addams Family 2 open up. Tonight is the return of Celebrity Wheel of Fortune on ABC. I have heard that somebody's going to win the $1 million this season, so I'm looking forward to seeing who does that. Also tonight, the return of The Simpsons, brand new season. I guess it's going to be an all-musical episode, which hopefully should be a lot of fun. They're so good at that entertainment satire. So that will be tonight as well. Do want to mention a film I saw called I'm Your Man that is very good. And it's in limited release. Opened up in about 15, 16 theaters with about $35,000 this weekend. It's with Dan Stevens and Maren Eggert. It's actually Germany's submission to the Academy Awards this year in the Best International Feature Film category. So that is going to expand to more theaters over the next couple of weeks. I do recommend you go see I'm Your Man. I hope it continues to do well. I really do. I have a special surprise guest joining me, but I'm going to get your comments as well here on LCJ Live if you've been sending them in. What did you think? Did you watch Ta-dum! Did you watch it all go down yesterday? I saw a couple clips. I saw some news headlines about Ta-dum. I want to thank the folks at Netflix very much for the mug, for the shirt, for some of the other swag they sent. BG's Fan72, thanks for being here on LCJ Live. I watched a clip from Don't Look Up, which is the one with Meryl Streep's in it, Jennifer Lawrence is in it, Leonardo DiCaprio, the new Adam McKay movie. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how that comedy drama vibe is from Adam McKay this time. Heard the news about Extraction 2. Chris Hemsworth coming back. I think if you saw Extraction, the first one, you probably guessed based on the last shot of the movie and this figment, this vision, this shadow that we saw from out of the water. I guessed at that time that Chris Hemsworth's character was probably still alive. So he will be back for Extraction 2. What else did I see? Some TV news. I guess Ozark's coming back. Netflix, of course, had a big Sunday last Sunday with The Crown at the Emmy Awards. Also, The Queen's Gambit doing very well. And Ted Lasso for Apple TV Plus doing very well. 2 episodes left for Ted Lasso this season. It's been an interesting season 2. If you've been watching Ted Lasso, I like the first half of the season to date more than the second half. They're taking some chances. They're taking some risks. They're giving other characters big storylines, supporting characters big storylines. It's not succeeding quite as much as when the story focuses on Ted, which Jason Sudeikis continues to do very well with his performance, drama, comedy, where we're going with his character. Where we're going with some of the other supporting characters, I'm not feeling it quite as much. And the humor's not quite as there. It still was in about episodes 6 and 7. But I haven't been feeling it the last few weeks. Now, especially with that Coach Beard episode, which I thought was okay, but not amazing, not completely original, not extraordinary. They're trying to get a little cute. I don't know. I'm not feeling it. But I do think the Christmas episode from week 4 is fantastic. If you wanted to do a little bit of an escape, a little bit of a departure, you do the Christmas episode that you pulled off. Frankly, they should submit that for the comedy series episode for next year's Emmys. Submit that one. Because it does involve everybody, but it also is still strong with Ted, and it's funny, and it's different, and it's unique, and it's a great Christmas episode. So we'll have to see what the final 2 episodes bring, but I'm not enjoying these Ted Lasso season 2 quite as much as I enjoyed the experience and the clever writing and the clever nature of Ted Lasso season 1. So we'll have to see. I did also watch the pilot of The Wonder Years, which aired on Wednesday. Didn't do so hot for ABC in the live viewership. I know delayed viewership would probably be okay. That's how I watched it. But only about 3.2 million people on Wednesday. Let's see. Do you have any tips for ignoring the haters in your life? Has been a hard week for me, says BG's Fan72. Yeah, you just got to ignore them. You just got to do your thing and ignore all the haters. Absolutely. Just persevere. Do your thing. They do not matter. What matters is what you put out there and the people who support you. So keep doing you. Absolutely. So I watched the pilot of The Wonder Years. I don't love it. I get what they want to do with it. I get the impact they're trying to have with it. I'm not feeling it yet. It didn't have a lot of charm. Wasn't very special. It's kind of predictable. I like, though, the intimate nature of it, the feel of it, the way Fred Savage directed the episode. I thought was pretty good. but not an emotional powerhouse quite yet, and that comedy-drama balance, we'll have to see where that goes. I'm not feeling it quite yet for The Wonder Years, the new version of the iconic sitcom now on ABC. We'll see how it does. We'll see how many people watch week 2. If there was some curiosity for week 1, we'll see how many people watch week 2 for The Wonder Years. So now I guess I'm gonna bring out a special surprise guest. As you may have seen on social media, I hosted a variety comedy show the other night called The Berserkshears. It was in Massachusetts, and I want to thank Sandy and Lee and all the folks there for having me host it. It was a great show. We did some fun bits and some surprises, and one of them to everybody was my surprise guest, who I'm bringing on here right now on LCJ Live to talk about his experience being a part of the Berserkshears show. So please welcome to LCJ Live my good friend, colleague, Rick Pixen. Rick is here on LCJ Live. Hello, how you doing? He's waving at you. Yes, Fred Harity says, Rick, if you've got pals, send him a text and say, guess who's on LCJ Live? It's Rick. It's Rick Pixen. Rick, did you watch the ta-dum? Can you say ta-dum? Ta-dum. I wasn't sure if it was exactly ta-dum. I was thinking more like da-dum, right? Yes, da-dum. Yeah, that's how the Netflix sound is. That's how it is. So Rick joined me on stage the other night, and what we did was he did one-word reviews, asked audience members what their favorite movie is, and then he gave one-word reviews. So one of his one-word reviews was for Titanic, and he said overrated. Somebody said Goodfellas, and Rick said long. That's his one-word review of Goodfellas. Yeah. So Rick, did you have fun? Yes. I had so much fun. I think there were people there who thought I could be a ventriloquist. I mean, part of the fun is that, Rick, a lot of Rick's voice comes through me. Wink, wink. That's part of the fun of this. I think a lot of people there were surprised that I wasn't being an actual ventriloquist, so that might have thrown some people off, but if you got the joke that I'm not a ventriloquist, then that's great. So it was so fun, but people loved seeing Rick. They loved the story behind Rick. If you've never heard the story behind Rick Pixen, this is good. Wait, what are you saying? Are you saying how I was born? Yes, I'm going to tell people how Rick Pixen was born. Years ago, I was in New York City, I believe at FAO Schwartz, and what they were doing at the time was they were putting together this campaign involving the Muppets. I really think it was right around when the second Muppets movie, Muppets Most Wanted, came out. And so I went in, and they said, you can make your own Muppet, and you can make a Muppet that looks like you. So, wanted to make a Muppet with a jacket and a tie, and the hair a certain way, and the expressions, and the way the eyes are, and we got Rick, and he's great. He's been my award season pal and colleague ever since. Bring him out every once in a while. I wish you brought me out more. Yeah, I know, Rick, I know. But that is the story of Rick, who has been a part of my life now, I think, 7 years, a little more than 7. Wait, are you saying I'm only 7 years old? How come my voice is so deep like this? I don't know. He's got this deep, gravelly, Italian-ish voice. Maybe you want to see the Sopranos movie this week, The Many Saints of Newark. Maybe you'd be interested in that. Are you going to see that? I don't know yet. Maybe. All right. Hey, you got any questions for Rick? Rick's going to answer them here on LCJ Live if you've got some questions. Rick had fun on stage. I think Rick had a good time. He liked the crowd, he liked the vibe, he liked the atmosphere, and I enjoyed being there as well. We had a great time. So Rick, Rick is on Twitter at It's Rick's Picks. Oh, he wants a one-word review of Dear Evan Hansen. Ooh! All right, Rick. What's your one-word review of Dear Evan Hansen? Songs. That's the first one. Maybe he'll come out with another one in a minute. I think what he means by that is, yes, there are a lot of songs in Dear Evan Hansen. It's funny, when the movie starts out, there's like one song for 20 or 30 minutes, and then they just keep coming and coming and coming and coming and coming. But I don't think, Rick, were you weirded out by an older guy playing the young kid? No, that didn't bug him as much either because Ben Platt's very good in the film. Any other questions, comments you want to throw at Rick Pixen? His Twitter is at It's Rick's Picks, and he does Rick's Picks, which are his entertainment and award season predictions. Oh, a Tenet review. Wow, a Tenet review for Rick. Confusing! Yes. Tenet got confusing, right? Now, you went to the theater to see Tenet like me. I think we both wore masks during the entire time when we saw it late last summer. We wanted that theatrical experience. But yes, Tenet is a confusing movie. Where do you sleep at night, Rick? Didn't they do a thing where all the Muppets actually sleep in a bed and all lined up? I think I heard about that once upon a time. Anyway, I don't think we'll reveal that much of Rick's personal life here now. But boy, Rick had a great time being on stage at the Berserk Cheers, and we want to thank all the folks there very much. All right, I think it's time for Rick to go. We had a blast. Thank you so much. Give it up for Rick Pixen, everybody. Award-winning film critic, colleague, analyst, award season predictor. We're getting underway with award season. It's going to be exciting, right? Yes, it's going to be very, very exciting. So we'll get his picks for all the big award shows coming up. Thank you so much to Rick Pixen for being here on LCJ Live. Ah, so fun. Bringing on guests. That's great. I hope to bring on more guests soon for LCJ Live. Hey, I want to tell you about next Sunday. Guess where I'm going to be, folks? Philadelphia! That's right, I'm going to the Eagles game next Sunday. I'm very excited about that. I believe it's Eagles Chiefs, Andy Reid. Yes, so it's going to be very exciting. So I'm going to check in with you next Sunday, hopefully around this time, noon Eastern, from Philly. We're going to talk about box office for Venom, Many Saints of Newark, and Addams Family 2. We will preview No Time to Die, how that's going to do. And we'll preview the big Eagles game as well. I hope the Eagles do well tomorrow night and next Sunday. So thank you for watching today's episode of LCJ Live. For more, go to lights-camera-jackson.com, Twitter at LCJ Reviews, Instagram at LightsCamJackson. I'll see you next Sunday from Philly for LCJ Live. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.